The day my life imploded started off perfectly. It was my 17th birthday party, and there I stood, looking like a Teen Vogue cover girl, surrounded by adoring fans. Friends. The dress? Custom made. The cake? A literal 3-tier masterpiece that probably cost more than my grandmother's house. Okay, I know what you're thinking. Spoiled rich girl alert? I'm not, I swear, so please keep watching. Anyway, I was about to blow the candles when, bam! The front door slammed open and a swarm of FBI rushed in, and then chaos.
Sorry to interrupt your party, but Mr. Monroe, we need you to come with us. You're under arrest for fraud.
What? My dad is not a criminal. Tell them, Dad. My dad was one of the richest businessmen in the city and the most honest man I knew. There was no way, agents.
I'm sorry, Gabby.
But how? At this point, everyone had their phones out, recording, and I just wanted to disappear. But the universe wasn't done ruining my life, because as my dad was led outside in cuffs, an agent turned to me.
We're freezing all your dad's accounts and seizing all his assets, and that includes your home. Please vacate before the end of the week.
And just like that, my perfect life shattered into a million tiny, embarrassing pieces. Happy frickin' birthday to me. A week later, I stood in the grand foyer of our house. Except now, it wasn't ours anymore. Everything was gone. The furniture, the artwork, all packed up and hauled away by the government. All I had left were my clothes and a few photos of my family. I miss you so much, Mom. Dad will be gone for a long time, so I'm going to live with Grandma on her farm. Growing up, it was just Dad and me. Mom had passed away when I was just a baby, and now, sitting alone in the empty room, I couldn't help but wish she was still here. But I knew I couldn't spend the whole day feeling sorry for myself. I had to start a new life. My new home smelled like dirt, goats, and emotional damage. The main house was so old, like probably haunted old. And don't even get me started on Lucifer. And who's that, you ask? He was Grandma's insane, possessed donkey who apparently had a personal vendetta against me. First, he ate my Chanel bag. Then he bit my butt when I tried to lock him in his shed. I was ready to forgive all that. But then, a few days later, Lucifer followed me to school on my very first day. I tried everything to make him leave. Throwing sticks, fake crying, negotiating, but he didn't budge. And just when I thought my morning of suffering couldn't get worse, a motorbike pulled up, and the hottest guy I'd ever seen slid off the bike. Guys, do me a favor. Close your eyes and picture this. Dark hair, sharp jaw, annoying smirk, probably walked off a book cover on Wattpad. Got it? Now picture me, my face, tomato red, annoyed, and talking to a donkey.
Nice ride. Is he like a therapy donkey?
As I was busy thinking of a response, Lucifer chose that moment to relieve himself on the pavement, and the guy lost it. Jace, what did you do to the new girl?
I didn't do anything. She's the one who brought a donkey to school.
I didn't bring him. He followed me. Classic Lucifer. Wait, you know him? Everyone knows him. Lucifer, home, now. And much to my surprise, the demon donkey turned and walked away. Whoa, I can't believe you did that. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm Maddie, by the way. Gabby, nice to...
And I'm Jace, single and available.
More like single and contagious. Stay away from this one, new girl. I definitely will. And I totally plan to. You see, I'd met many guys like Jace, and they were nothing but trouble. So, for the next few days, I stayed away from Jace and his perfect face. But the more I avoided him, the more nagging he became. Like this one morning, I just sat at my desk when I smelled trouble and peppermint gum.
You know, scientists say chemistry is all about reactions. And I'm getting a very interesting reaction from you right now.
Don't you have anything else to do?
Nothing else I'd rather do than make you smile.
You're annoying.
And you're gorgeous.
Okay, that kind of made me smile. Which, of course, Jace took as an invitation to move his seat next to mine. A few weeks later, I was settled in my new school, and had even started looking forward to seeing Jace, when out of nowhere, I received an anonymous text. I know your secret. Let's play a game. Or else. Attached to the text was a photo of me on the day of the FBI raid, with my face in full view. No. No one here is supposed to know. I could just imagine the looks I'd get at school. Everyone would treat me like a criminal just because of Dad. Jace would probably never speak to me again. The next morning, I walked into school, terrified. Who was the anonymous texter? A hacker? Someone from my old life? Lucifer, the revenge donkey? Okay, that was unlikely, but not off the table. All morning, I checked my phone for a follow-up message. Nothing. Weird. Maybe it was just a sick prank. But then, right before lunch... Ding! New message. Go to the cafeteria and dump your lunch on yourself, or everyone finds out. Excuse me? What kind of psycho? Another message came in.
I'll be watching.
When the lunch bell rang, I stood in the cafeteria, holding my lunch tray and wondering what to do. If I ignored the blackmailer, my secret would be out. If I did as they asked, I'd humiliate myself in front of the entire school. You look like you're about to throw up or punch someone. Both. You okay? Yep, totally fine. Just reconsidering my entire existence. And with that, I did it. Eyes closed, I lifted my tray and dumped spaghetti and soup all over myself. At first, the cafeteria went dead silent, and then the place erupted. Oh, snap! Way to make a statement, Gabby. Let me guess, TikTok challenge? Actually, yeah. How's that for viral? Enjoy the show, everyone.
That was iconic! Unhinged, but iconic. I knew I liked you for a reason.
I forced a laugh, pretending I was fine. Little did I know, it was only the beginning. By last period, the entire school was buzzing, and hashtag Pasta Princess was trending on the school chat groups. And I still had no clue who was behind it. To make it worse, that night, the second I put my phone down, ding, new message.
That was quite the show you put on, Pasta Princess. Time for round 2. Kiss Ryder Walsh tomorrow, or the truth comes out.
I blinked. Ryder Walsh? The literal school heartthrob / basketball god / actual boyfriend of the meanest girl in school? Absolutely not. Furious, I typed back, no, and I got an instant reply.
Then enjoy watching the whole school find out you're the daughter of a criminal, complete with receipts.
With that threat, an attachment popped up, and when I opened it, my stomach dropped. It was a police report of my dad's arrest and all the nasty stuff he was being charged with. How had this psycho even obtained such a confidential document? It didn't matter, though. I was backed in a corner, and the only way out was to kiss Ryder freaking Walsh. So the next day, I went looking for him, and there he was, sitting next to his girlfriend, Bianca, aka the Queen Bee, aka part-time model and full-time drama queen. It was now or never, so without warning, I kissed him. What on earth? In a split second, Bianca's palm landed on my face, and I stumbled backward.
Bianca, back off!
She just kissed my boyfriend!
I don't care. If you hit her again, I'll end you.
Surprised, Bianca blinked, obviously waiting for Ryder to stand up to Jace. But Ryder was still floating, completely dazed by the kiss.
And you, do you have a death wish or something? Come on, let's get out of here before Bianca's minions descend.
Thanks for coming to my rescue, but I had it under control. Just then, my phone vibrated with an incoming text, and I freaked out before I even opened it. I tried to breathe and act normal, but it was too late. Jace had already noticed.
Hey, what's wrong? You look like you're about to pass out.
As I continued to spiral, he took a step towards me, and the next thing I knew, I was in his arms. And I don't know why, but I cracked. I sobbed for what felt like hours. When I finally managed to pull myself together, I showed him the texts, and also told him about my dad. Honestly, I expected him to walk away, but he didn't.
I'm gonna find whoever's doing this. I promise.
But how?
I need to show you something.
A short bike ride later, we arrived at Jace's house, and when he led me to his room, I gasped. Holy wow! Are you Batman?
Nah, I just like programming and stuff. Now let's find the loser blackmailing you.
Anxious, I watched Jace plug my phone in, but as soon as he started typing, a bunch of numbers appeared on his computer screen, and then, bam! Everything went black. What just happened?
No idea. Hang on.
Jace was furiously typing, and that's when my phone buzzed once.
Wait, someone just deleted everything on your phone.
Okay, whoever this person is, they're starting to freak me out.
I'm going to find them, I promise. I won't let anyone hurt you.
He looked down at me. We were just inches apart. Was this about to be the moment? No. Yes. Maybe. I have to go.
Gabby, wait.
When I was out of his room, I heard something. Someone was singing. I followed the voice, which led me into a room down the hall from Jace's room. Inside, dolls, lined up in perfect rows on shelves. On the bed, on the desk, everywhere. And in the middle of it all, Maddie. Maddie? What? How? Why are you here? Oh, you didn't know? I'm Jace's sister. His what now? Before I could process it, Jace appeared at the door.
Gabby, you need to leave. Now.
Whoa! Slow down! What is going on? Why didn't you tell me Maddie is your sister?
It's complicated. Look, can we talk tomorrow? It's getting late.
With that, Jace led me out and shut the door in my face. What the actual frack? The next day, I went to school ready for answers from Jace. But before I could find him, I saw the principal standing next to my locker. What's going on?
Miss Monroe, I received an anonymous tip that you stole tests from my office.
What? No, I didn't.
Well, if you're telling the truth, open your locker so I can search it.
Hands shaking, I opened my locker, and my jaw dropped when a stack of papers fell out. I don't know how those got in my locker. I swear,
Enough! You're suspended, Gabriella.
Wait, I didn't do this! But the principal didn't even blink. His mind was already made up. And then... Ding.
Looks like the apple didn't fall far from the tree. You're a criminal, just like your dad. Enjoy your suspension, Gabriella.
I didn't cry. I didn't scream. I just walked home in silence. By the time I got to Grandma's house, I was boiling. You want secrets? Fine, I'll give you secrets. I pulled out my phone and hit record. Hi, I'm Gabby Monroe, and I haven't been honest with you. Before I moved to this town, I used to be rich. But then the FBI showed up and arrested my dad. And now, someone here at school has been blackmailing me over it. All those crazy things I did at school, someone made me do it. But I'm done being a puppet. Whoever you are, you're pathetic, and I'm not scared of you. Before I could chicken out, I hit send to the entire school. Little did I know, the next day was about to be the craziest day of my life. I woke up to a bazillion messages. Everyone at school had watched my video. Some felt sorry for me, while others hated my guts. But there was one message that caught my attention.
Well played, Gabby. You got guts, and I respect that. You want to know who I am? Meet me at the school rooftop tonight.
I knew it was a trap the moment I saw the message, but I went anyway, because I was done running. Then I discovered something that shook me to the core. It was Maddie?
I knew you'd come.
What's going on? Why did you do all of this?
I was just trying to protect him from you.
Protect who?
Who else? Jace, of course. I saw the way he looked at you, like you were some goddess. But you're not. You're just like your dad. A liar. I couldn't let you hurt my Jace.
Your Jace? Isn't Jace your brother? Foster brother. I was going to be sick. Maddie liked Jace. And this whole time, she'd been blackmailing me because of him. I had a gut feeling something was off the moment I saw her singing in that eerie room filled with dolls. But this was beyond my imagination. Maddie, I think you need help. The moment the words left my mouth, I knew I should never have said them. Because in the very next second, Maddie transformed into something wild. Like a feral cat ready to strike. Shut up! You don't know anything! Then she lunged at me, her nails like daggers, a scream tearing from her throat. Before I could recover, she was on me, nails slashing through the air, wild eyes locked on mine. Maddie, stop! I stumbled backward, heart pounding, feet skidding against the gravel rooftop. One more step, and I might have lost my balance. But I didn't, because a hand grabbed me and pulled me into a hug.
I got you.
Jace! I did it for you! She's a criminal!
Enough, Maddie! I've already talked to Mom and Dad. They're taking you back to the hospital tonight.
No! They can't do that! I'll be good, I promise! Please, Jace! As Maddie fell to her knees, School security burst through the door, and a few minutes later, Maddie was taken into an ambulance.
You okay?
Not now, but I will be.
I know I owe you some answers.
And so, back at Grandma's, Jace proceeded to tell me a crazy story. Jace's mom was a psychiatrist, and a few months ago, she went to do some counseling at a group home, and that's where she met Maddie. After a few weeks of speaking to Maddie, Jace's mom had brought Maddie home to live with them.
At first, Maddie seemed fine, but then she'd have moments where she completely lost it. Dad asked Mom to take her back to the group home, but I stood up for Maddie and asked Mom to let her stay. I felt sorry for her.
And that's when Maddie's obsession with you began.
Yeah, I thought it was harmless, but now I know better.
I'm just glad no one got seriously hurt, and I hope she gets the help she needs.
You're so kind.
That's why Before he could complete his sentence, something hit my butt. Lucifer! Talk about a ruined moment. But I wasn't really mad, though. I knew Jace and I had so many more happy moments to come.